Oh, hang on. Look, it's a funny thing happened. Hello, everyone. Farron, Al, Mac, Dooku. Dude, but thank you 27 months. That's almost a year. He loves it. The double. Keep it coming. I get freebies. The double dupe. There we go. Perfect. He did! Everyone, applaud Dupu. Today's his special day. He's my special boy. He done did his Marios, and he did it good. We've been waiting for this for a long time. It's his special day. Happy birthday. Gosh, because when you think about how many times he was almost there, and then all the things like, oh, if only this had gone a little different, and this had happened just a little different, then oh. But no, that's just part of the journey. It's just part of it. It's fun. It's fun. I don't know why this isn't working the way I want it to, but I'm setting up a new area here. Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying out just like a big region with a little bit of wobbly terrain. I think it's a little too wobbly now that I look at it. Although you can't really tell when it's all one color. You don't get the directionalness. So I'm gonna try swapping out the texture a bit. I'm gonna make an art real quick for a generic grassy texture. Yeah. That's just part of it. It's like that was lucky, but not all the way there. Let's make a nice... We need a few textures for this. Let's make it pretty small, though. Let's try and keep the textures small. Yeah, that was the moment. Because that's the one that could take 10 minutes. Is the basement. And I think that was the moment that I texted my wife. That's the moment that I sent an SMS message to my real world actual person wife that a dog on the internet is about to play video games really fast. Honey, turn on the TV. Turn on the news. It doesn't matter what channel. Turn on the news. It was a very exciting time for everybody. There's a way that we can make it wrap around. Shift W. Okay. Text your wives. Look, the viewer figures it's very typical first hour numbers until SMW. When multiple people texted their real world wives. Oh man. You immediately text Haley. Why the dog won Mario? See, I'm trying to get these nice textured lines the way I want them to be. Just do it. Just do it. Well, no, I think it was like yesterday. I told her at dinner time. I told her at the dinner table. We've got an hour and 4 seconds today. She's like, what? Who? What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep on.
I know what I'm talking about. Always.
I'm talking about every over there.
Yeah. PNG grass. And now one for dirt. Can't pick up the kids. He did something really dumb. Boy, that was a real moment, wasn't it? That looks all right. Now, okay. Yes, save this as dirt. But then also, I need to have only horizontal wrapping for this one. This. Maybe. We're gonna try this and see if this works out. For dirt top. Yeah, he got to that point. Oh, I can probably stick around. Yeah. Yeah. The time when you got to, I was starting to notice like this is a decent run. Like at the end of 2J, I was starting to leave a few hmms, in chat. And then you got to the end of SMW, and you salvaged that that Bowser fight. No, it was just fine, but that's all it needed to be. It was just pretty good. Yeah, a lot of green. That's all we needed was a lot of green. All right. So this is the wobble modifier that I've added on. It's a displacement modifier. That apparently is a little bit too strong, so we're going to soften that out a bit. And I'm going to temporarily disable it. A lot of green. It was looking good. Got the Lakitu skip. Got the lobby. And then it was all eyes on the basement BLJ. And then it was first try. And I think everyone just collectively, just across the globe, like multiple people just simultaneously just started to hold their breath. Oh. It's such a good moment. You didn't even need DDD skip. So what I want is I think I want to get rid of like a little bit more of this. Yeah. Yeah, we all came together as one. Okay, materials. Yeah, this is the weird one. Let's do this after, because we're gonna have to redo this. Okay, edit mode. I want the water to be a bit more visible. Can you come in this way? Like right now, you're facing that. Maybe if I sharpen this angle a bit. Let's try that. Let's give it a pretty sharp message. Doing some 3D. That's right, Green. Yeah, like if you come in like down here, and then like maybe there's a fence here that kind of forces you to stay a little bit closer to the coast line. I'd really love it if the water was a bit more present in this segment. Raise the water level. I mean, I just want it to be pretty close to the top there, but I think the problem right now is that because you're facing inland, you're not going to see much water unless it really snakes around a bit. Maybe a little bridge or something. Spiff up the resume with Mario. Even a sharper angle, maybe. Let's see what that would look like if we go like really extreme. Like, I don't want to go all the way to 90. 60 is already pretty sharp. And that is something, though. Like, it really gives you more scale to this area. Can you explain it? No. Fair enough. Zoom out some. That's an idea. We haven't really looked into camera management yet. There is a camera manager attached to the player. And what I want to do is some kind of system where I can give it zones and say, when you are in this zone, the camera needs to pull out, or when it is in this zone, it needs to pivot around a little bit. That kind of stuff. That might make it look good. I guess this is pretty good as is, but we do need to fix this texturing. And it's gonna be the dumbest thing. So what I want to do is, I guess, this is going to be awful. Okay, that's actually not necessary, is it? If that's enough right there to retexture those tops. Oops. And then here to here. Super Paper Mario. Yeah, Thousand Year Door had some stuff where you go behind certain areas and then it would do a thing. I'm picking up what you're putting down. All right, I want to very carefully This is the thing is I'm gonna make lots of mistakes when doing this stuff. Because I just don't know how I want it to be yet. And so I'm gonna do it the wrong way a few times over. Okay. Maybe even just do this and then extrude up. One, two. Dang it. Extrude along z-axis. One. Okay. There we go. That will probably be okay. Okay, so I can change this from a color to an image texture. Let's get grass texture. That. Well. I guess we have to unwrap this. And then do some UV editing. Wiimote was pretty bad, to be fair. Ah, well, yeah, that's super small, so that's not gonna work. Okay, that's probably fine. Okay, that gives it at least some texture. It might not be perfect, but it works. Next, change that to an image texture. This one's gonna suck quite a bit because I don't know how to properly do the... Oh wait, we can do triplanar mapping maybe. Maybe. We may try that. But to do that... Oh. To do that, we need to grab all this. This. Just go right there. Merge by distance. Deal with extra vertices. And now grab all of these. And move it up to here. And then extrude down. Extrude down 4. Okay. Now for the texturing. So this is the back side. We want these, and these to have a new material, which is an image. It is dirt top sign. Don't worry about how bad that is right now. No opinions on the N64. It was a product of its time. I have some very good memories with the N64. I don't know if the triplanar is going to work on this one at all, now that I think about it. Okay. Project from view. Probably. Project from view. I don't want this to be the way that we have to do this. This feels wrong, and I do not like it. Why do I not like it? Because it requires work. That can't be right. Why is it so small? Okay, so like that, except do this and this. And then take all of these, scale Y0, move them right here. Then take all of these, scale Y0. Move it right there. Okay, but that's just those, isn't it? Yeah, because then I would need to... Let's see what that looks. See, that looks like that, which is good. But gosh, can there not be an easier way? I guess, I don't know. I just don't know. Everybody come over and have Tetris party. Makes sense. Oh wait, not these. Not these. Scale Y0, move it up. The rest of these, scale Y0, move it up. Okay, so now we got that. Now we need this side. There's gotta be a better way, right? Like, that's what I was originally trying to do with that weird little bit of code from a few days ago. Which, you know, didn't quite do what I wanted to do, but it was close enough. Okay. Basically the same scale across the board. Good enough. Let's play with the GameCube to distract them. My orthodontist had, I think, Aladdin on the SNES. Okay, we'll go with that. Okay, and then we should be able to take this and re-import. Now, how does this get re-imported? Does this get re-imported? Guess we can just do this, and then take the child objects, move them over, and then get rid of this. Except, now that I've done that, I don't feel like this actually got re-imported. Let's try that. Welcome in, Aaron. PS1, that's a console. I did not have any PlayStation consoles. It was just Nintendo. It's really bizarre. All right, let's see how that'll look. See, that does look a lot better-ish. Well, the texturing is a little weird. Did it look that way? I guess it kind of did. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. The pale copy of a Wiimote. Man. Right. Then I gotta rotate it to match. I don't have a good way of there we go. Oh, whoops. Okay, that's another problem, huh? Let's see, do I need to re-import these each time? I don't know. Let's turn the modifier back on. The displacement modifier. Give it a little wiggle back. Give it some of that wiggle. Do not like... No, I don't either. They feel too imprecise for me. Just personally. And that's just personal preference. Oh, that's some wiggle right there. Yeah, all right. Well, let's try it out. Does it? Does it rely on that? Are we sure about that? How about now? Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Alright. This looks alright. Don't worry about this big massive background trees hanging around here. Gosh, that's really these edges. Like I like the bumpiness, but these edges are so crisp. I thought maybe the rolling landscape would be kind of nice and give it some variety. But as it is, it's not quite what I'm after. It makes it look like I'm walking through Roller Coaster Tycoon or something. Like these very specific, everything's on this grid kind of thing going on. So that's probably not what we want to go with. Also, this texture did not turn out good. The dirt is fine. The dirt, I think, turned out just fine. It's nondescript, probably needs more texture to it. I had Twilight Princess on GameCube, and that worked pretty nicely. Okay. So this is... I don't know, we're learning here. I'm thinking We can still have variety of a little bit of variety, but I think what we need to do is basically, instead of doing this little bit of wiggliness like this, instead we need to be doing it like this. Like make segments like this, just to add some visual uniqueness to the ground. But that presents a new problem of the same issue with the texturing. How can I get it so that any vertical texture is one type, but horizontal is another? Like, I want flat ground or a low grade slope to use one texture, and then I want top edges to use one texture, and then non-top edges to use this other repeating texture. That's a lot of work to do by hand. Like, there's gotta be some way to automate that, I'm assuming. But I guess I can't say for sure. So let's see here. These. Flatten that back out. Gosh, and then we can just delete this edge. Ooh. Okay, that's fine. Delete the edge. Just recreate the face. Okay. Let's switch gears for a bit. Something else I wanted to look into was water shader. Supposedly, this is the same shader I used for what was it? Ball Catcher Pro Saga. Everybody loved Ball Catcher Pro Saga. And I had a similar issue with that one. This song is too repetitive. I need something a bit more. There we go. There we go. Okay, I will defend precision aiming of things like bow and arrows in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I actually think the motion controls work pretty nicely on that, and it feels like the technology has hit the point where it actually is helping me use skill to be more precise than I can of, like, you know, tap thumbstick, oh, too far, tap back, oh, too far. And admittedly, maybe that's just, you know, oh, we'll turn the sensitivity differently. Well, no, it works. It works. It feels like mouse and keyboard. Like, the precision you get from a mouse in a first-person shooter, you can't get with a controller. But with that motion-enabled, like, oh, let me just angle that just right, and now. It actually works for me. I like it. Now, I'd rather have mouse and keyboard, to be fair, but on a controller, it feels much more precise than just a joystick. Okay, so what is wrong with this water shader? This is supposed to be like the foam.
It's a pleasure to see you, Daubert. I hope that you are doing
Mantis.
splendidly this evening.
Oh, Mantis, thank you for the 37 months. Very much appreciated. It's a pleasure to have you here. What kind of motion controls will this game have? Okay, not motion controls, but I am thinking of some goofy stuff for controls. Specifically, the gear controlling things. The control scheme, I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do it, but I've got some ideas. Right now, it's you press a button to latch the gear into something, but then after that, I'm very on the fence on how you're actually going to turn the gear. on one hand, you could just have hold left to turn it one way, hold right to turn it the other way. Fine. Could also do tap L, tap R. Again, perfectly fine. And then I was thinking, what about rotate the stick in the direction you want it to turn? Like rotate clockwise or counterclockwise to turn it the other way. That feels a little more like, oh, look at this. Oh, how fun. How cute. I think that could be interesting. So we'll see. Quantic Dream. I'm not familiar with that. Okay. So I never fully understood this right here. Okay, so that's a light blue. Is that the shadow I'm seeing there? Wait, why does it look different on the inside of this? That's bizarre. That's bizarre, right? Huh. Very context it. Okay. Okay. Ah, gotcha. See, I don't want to go crazy with the weird controls because like I remember like this is another motion control example. Metroid Prime 3, like they were really set on like, okay, you're gonna wiggle and waggle this Wiimote for everything, and sometimes it felt okay, but I didn't like how far in they were going on. You're gonna feel like Samus Metroid. It was like it was like you have to turn. Oh, you need to take this energy cell out. So hold the Wiimote up. All right, now click the button. Now turn it. Now pull it out. It's like some of it was a little over the top. Like the shooting worked pretty well, but yeah, it was something. This is not how the water in Ball Catcher Pro looked. And this is the exact same code. Hold on. Let me pull up Ball Catcher Pro Saga. Let me confirm this. Because I thought this was just going to be plop it in and it was just going to be fine. Yeah, this is what I want. This is what it should look like. Yeah, this is just a square of water. Yeah, that looks fine, even right here. Okay, and it's the exact same code, dropped on as a surface material override. Might as well, yeah, that's Ball Catcher Pro Saga water. That's what I want here. Surface material override. Is it because it's a cube? Surely not, right? No, that's not why. Okay, just making sure. Okay, that's decidedly different here. All right, we're gonna look at every parameter here. Okay. Well, okay, yeah, same code that was copied over. It's empty, 0.84. That's all just the defaults here. Okay, that looks fine. Wave strength. Oh, that's to actually control the wiggliness. We can turn the wiggliness off just to confirm that we've got everything exactly the same. Just using a default noise texture. That's it. That's it, though. That should be it. Huh. And yeah, even in this example right here, it's so different. Is it something about the environment? Why is it so light blue, for one thing? Is that because of the sky here, or what? Like, the fact that the foam isn't working is one thing, but the fact that, like, it's a completely different color here is really throwing me for a loop. Okay, what's the environment look like on this here? Void. Cool. Background is clear. What if background was sky? Would that screw with this a little bit? Apparently not. Well, maybe a little. But not like a noticeable amount. Maybe the world environment is part of it, but I don't know. That seems unlikely. Okay, hang on. On this, let's play around with the water. What happens if I change this to like a really opaque water? Okay. Okay. Oh, that's the depth, right. That's the depth color. Okay, but if I mess with this one, yeah, that won't do anything because that only happens if there is something solid next to it. Do I have something I can put next to it? Here we go. Yeah, so the idea about this whole thing is that it creates this foam effect around the edges and also makes the part beneath it kind of semi-transparent looking. So that's all it's doing. Like it's really meh, and it should just be that I plop it in and it works. So now if I mess with the depth color here, yeah, you can see that the underwater section here is green or blue or purple or pink, whatever. That's what that color controls. Depth gradient shallow versus depth gradient deep. Okay. So, with foam color turned off, basically, depth gradient. Oh. I'm only getting the shallow end somehow. What is it shallowing against? All right, time to turn a bunch of stuff off. Surely not the snail. I hope it's not the snail. All right, let's move the water out and turn off the map. Backside, backdrop.
What are you doing about this water problem? H20? More like H2O. No, it's not working.
Hey, Hudson. Nope. Okay. Why am I getting shallows here? Okay, water depth should be function of depth, which is calculated based on, yeah, this stuff. All right, come on now. Something about this is so wrong. I wonder if there's any others we could play around with. Hang on, let's try that. Godot for water shader. Let's look at some other water shaders we could try out. Let's take a look. Give me the best. Give me your best. Can I make a Roblox game instead? Sure. Ooh, should we do Wind Waker water? Do you like Sonic? Yeah, see, this is I think this is the one that I ended up using. Kind of this. I guess I don't really need the depth stuff. Let's see. Oh, I guess we could look at that. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if it would just be in my recommended, because I guess YouTube knows I don't really want that. Let's just grab it off of the Discord. All right, now let's be fair to this. Like, this is going to be not great. Like, right? That's what, like, just looking at the thumbnail. Like, it's gonna be pretty bad because there's no way you can make a Minecraft movie that's good. Magical Mystery Tour is what they went with?
What the heck?
Alright, so they're going for intentionally off-putting.
Anything you can dream about here, you can make.
Who are you?
I'm Steve. Okay.
This guy is such a tool bag.
I mean, it's about what we'd expect. A lot of the problem is that a lot of the stuff they're gonna do is gonna be dated by the time that the movie is... Like, they can't use new stuff because the game is being changed so much, and people will... Oh, God. See, this right here, that looks pretty nice. Like, it's kind of like those update animations they do, but like RTX on. It's like, all right, that's cool. But no, you gotta have like actors thrown in, because I mean, you have to. Yeah, it's gonna be very safe. They still have the old PvP combat. They get instant heal from pork chops. It does seem to be that. So, I mean, it's gonna be mediocre, and a lot of kids will want to see it. Jack Black, so hot right now. See, they could have had Jack Black in the Undertale movie. That would have been perfect. As Toriel. The internet would love it. we can try this one and see if this works a little bit better. All right, come on now. Work with me, monitor. Yeah. It's a losing fight, I think. Let's have him voice it. Maybe. It is, yeah, it's not a movie for me. I don't think there could have been a good Minecraft movie for me to watch. All right, let's try this. Just make another water shader. All right, is this gonna work right off the bat? We're gonna find out. Doesn't look great to start with. Ooh, okay, that is a little bit weird looking. Yeah, I mean, it does seem to be quite Jumanji. Water, still not seeing anything. Edge color, still not seeing anything. Oh, probably needs some noise. Whoop, that's something. Okay. All right, that gives us a little bit of waves. Maybe I don't even need that one. Oh, that looks awful. Oh, probably because it is a cube. So let's make that instead. Let's make that an array. I mean, not an array. Plane. Dang it! I lost the surface material. Okay, give it some blue. Give it some blue. Give it some white. Give it some noise. Let's make some noise. Oop. Noise, 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 and noise. All right. Well. Okay, edge scale. Still something else. Okay, distance. Nope. Cool. Let's just play around with these a little bit. Wiggle, wiggle. Okay, we can make it a little bit more. What is this massive edge here that I'm seeing? What was that? Huh. Like, I'm occasionally seeing some weird artifacts. Like, look, right there, right there. What is this line? Oh, duh. Hang on, hang on. Seamless noises. Okay, so that's what that is. These need to be seamless. That's still real ugly, and I'm not getting any edge detection here. I don't know why the edge detection is just not working on this. Huh. Let me look at that. Already close it. I probably just, yeah, it's fine. Okay, well, huh. Furiosa, perfect. Good job, Bull Run. Let's see. Let's see what else we got here. On other water shaders that we can try out. I'm not looking for realistic water is the thing. Like, the main thing I'm looking for is a little bit of foam at the edges. I just don't know why. Here, let's duplicate this, hide one, and then apply the other shader to this other one. All right, that's a little bit too much wiggling, guys. Too much wiggling. Just calm it down a bit. This one is baffling to me, is that it considers everything to be against an edge. And I don't know why. I don't really need a fancy water shader or anything. All right, let's just try this. Let's just try this. Brand new scene. From nothing. It's a plane. Wow. Scale it up. Add another mesh that is a cube. There we go. Wow. And then let's plop this shader on there. Whoa, okay. Turn that way down. Okay. Again, it seems like we're getting a constant foam. Like this, we're getting shallows, but we're getting no depths. And that is with nothing else. Why? This isn't something that, like, this is how this works in this one. This is the exact same code, the exact same parameters. Wait, actually, yeah, that's a great point. This is the exact same code and the exact same parameters. Mesh instance 3D. Make it a plane. Scale it up. Plop on that same toon shader. Oh, okay, right. So part of it is you do need the surface noise. See, already that's significantly better. Boom. And that's what I get from a fresh scene. So repeat this here. Actually, maybe this will work. Doesn't look great so far. What is the difference here? So that is the exact same scene. If I take this box out, then this is now the exact same scene with, as far as I can tell, the exact same shader code. I mean, I guess I changed this slightly. The wave strength. Don't think that should matter. Yeah, that's what. Is there anything different here? Copy this entire code. We're getting nothing. Like the wave strength is working fine, but the coloration is not. It's a project setting maybe? Like, is it the fact that it's in compatibility mode? Oops. Okay. This is strange. Oh wait, what? What? Okay. Huh. Shader parameters. Noise texture. Nothing. Is there a way I can troubleshoot this somehow? I don't know a thing about troubleshooting shaders, but we're gonna try some stuff. Okay, so this is the code here. What? What does that keep? Oh, it wants me to save the node. That's what. Okay. albedo, color RGB. It's alpha blend. Foam color. Okay, what if I say that this is 0? It really wants me to save this. Here, I'll just. Is there somewhere I can put this? Test. Sure. Okay. All right. 0.0. Okay, that did make a change. That removed all of the foam. Water depth is afloat. If I say it's always 1.0, oh, semicolon. Doesn't apparently like that very much. Okay. All right, that gives me apparently deep water. Yeah. Okay, so this is deep water now. If I do this, I get pure shallow, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's pure shallow. So that means this is coming back as 0. This right here, always. Depth factor. Depth factor is what? What is that? I don't even see that mentioned anywhere in this code. Depth factor. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, that's a constant. Oh, that is how much depth makes a difference. I guess. Maybe? Okay, so right now, water depth is coming back as 0, which implies that depth, whatever this value is coming back as 0. I should be able to confirm that by just setting it to 0 and see if anything changes. Oh, semicolon. Yeah, okay. So we assume depth is coming back as 0. I wish I knew anything about shaders. So where do we get depth? Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Enlighten me. What am I looking at here? Oh dear. Okay. Okay. That's something to do some learning with, it seems. Okay, this is really annoying to me because it's already working. We already did it and it worked fine. But for some reason now it doesn't. Oh boy. A million little problems. Okay. So to calculate, what is depth texture coming from? I think that's coming from the actual screen data or something? Like how far it is to a solid thing? A blueberry muffin. Now that I can get behind. That's what I like to hear. I don't think I need the normal. Foam depth gives us surface noise cutoff, which gives us surface noise amount, which gives us surface noise color, which we're setting to 0 anyway. just to get rid of it for now. So we're not even caring about that. This is what we're caring about. Somehow we're not getting this. Screen reading shaders. Oh boy. Okay, so we're accessing the screen depth buffer. Now, I do know one little factoid that I found in doing Ballcatcher Pro Saga, the dumb test project, is that you cannot, out of the box, use multiple shaders that each use the depth texture, the hint depth texture. Because what I wanted to do was that little UI that comes over the screen when you're selecting a level, I wanted that to blur everything behind it, like frosted glass. And whenever I did that, it completely broke the water shader. So I could do one or the other, but not both. It was dumb. Let's see here. Okay, hang on. So this is... Yeah, look at this. This is an example of just getting the depth. Retrieves the 3D position below the pixel being drawn. Thank you for the follow there. I appreciate that. Texture.r? What? Okay, so that is depth. I don't know what the difference between texture LOD and texture. Oh, I guess if we're using level of detail stuff. So it should be the same deal because we're not. Okay. Invert projection matrix times vector 4 of screen UV. Well, what does screen UV refer to? What is that? Tell me what that is. That can be used to obtain the UV relative to the screen for the current fragment. Okay, so that's the pixel. That's the X and Y location, vaguely, of that pixel. Pass in depth and 1.0. Sure. Projection matrix. Well, okay, tell me what projection matrix. There are too many functions. Oh, well, there's nothing else on this page about projection matrix. Okay. It's a two-dimensional array. Grab sub 3, sub 2, whatever that is. Divide that by depth plus sub 2, sub 2. Add vertex dot z. Okay, that's the location of the surface. Right. Then do some things with it. All this is making me feel like, all right, so if depth, we know that depth is coming back as 0 at this point, which implies this depth is coming back as 1, which means this is coming back as 0. One of these is coming back as 0 at this point. Okay, hang on. Where's that? Okay, that's a given value, so that shouldn't be it. I mean, I'll try changing it, but... Oh wait, that shouldn't matter anyway, because we did this. Yeah. Okay, no, we're interested in depth first. Depth is coming back as 0. We want to see some of that dark blue coming in. And it can't because depth is coming back as 0 right here. If, however, depth was not 0 here, Interesting. No? What kind of depth do we need here? To get some different depth here. Water depth divided by max depth that we're looking for, which is 1. So it should be that if depth hits 1 here... No, we're still not seeing the deep water. Interesting. Hang on. Show me deep water. I want to see some deep water. Depth factor. Oh, hang on. There we go. Okay. Okay, so there's the difference there. Nice. That. 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 Depth max distance is 1. Depth factor is... Oops. Okay, that just got accidentally changed earlier. That's fine. Okay, so there we go. So if this is big number, then we're good. So this is implying that we're seeing a 0 here, an actual 0. That makes me feel like the issue is somewhere in here, in these lines, we're not getting a value that we expect. We should be seeing... You don't need anything under it. I've confirmed that, I think. Have I, though? Have I, though? Like, let's say we just had a box. No, see, even with something under it. Yeah, I need to research this more and how this works. This video in the comments should help in some way, maybe? I am perplexed though. It's the exact same code, the exact same setup, the exact same parameters in 2 different projects. In one it works, in one it doesn't. That shouldn't be possible, but maybe there's some kind of setting or something. I don't know. Let's try screwing with some other numbers. There. Look at that. See, that's something right there when this value is changed. Depth equals... So how could I get a large amount of depth here? I would need... small amount of depth here. Oh, small amount of depth here would work. Whatever this is. If this were low. Times 2 minus 0.1. Okay. So what does this represent then? Because if it was 0.5, then that would be pretty nice. This right here. This retrieves the 3D position below pixel being drawn. All right, what is this? What is this mess here, though? All right, I want it with the underscore, please. Not invert. Yes, this. View space to clip space, transform. I don't know what that means. Unfortunately, I don't know what that means. Okay, seeing other questions from other people saying, what is this? I see it in tutorials and no one ever explains what this is. Help. And then, nope, no help. No help comes. All right, well, then this is not going to be a tonight problem after all. We did a little bit of 3D modeling and made some very crappy placeholder textures, and that's about it. I'm not on board with this. There's... The squares make it easier for me to... get this out of here. The squares do make it easier for me to do these, like, landmass cutouts, but as far as the actual like doing a little bit of wiggly slope, it's off-putting. It's too much square. For a different game that would probably be good. For this game, this amount of squarage is not right. So we're gonna drop that and maybe go in favor of more cutouts, of just kind of extruding the ground up and down here and there, kind of like I've done with these larger ones, but ones that are much smaller that you could maybe just walk right over, or maybe just a quick hop, something like that. Yeah, we'll see. The big problem there is how to do the texturing. Like, if I want to do this kind of stuff here, oh, that's leftover. If I want to do this kind of stuff here, where the texture sort of hangs off the edge, and I think I do, because that makes it a lot easier to read at a distance. I don't know. There's got to be some way to automate that. I just don't know what it looks like yet. Maybe that's something I can do with Blender automatically. We'll see. Let's switch to some video games for a bit. Let's get in a little bit of Mario. Change category. Here we go.